Hi people, this is Ebenis and today we're going to be playing Stellaris. I'm going to be starting a brand new game. I'm going to start off by playing with this race that I built. Just built it for this playthrough. It's going to be a corporation. All the different ethics and civics picks I've chosen. All the different race traits that I've chosen for this. And we're going to start in the garden. I'm going to be doing a huge galaxy, elliptical, with between 10 to 20 AI empires, 2 advanced AI starts, 2 fallen empires, 1 marauder empire. All tech and tradition cost is going to be at 1x, just base cost. There's going to be 5 times the amount of habitable worlds in the galaxy, and 1.25 times as many primitive civilizations as normal. The crisis strength will be 1.5. Mid-game start will be at year 2600. End game start will be year 3000. And the victory year, which I'm hoping to win eventually, as usual, is going to be 3200. I'm going to set the difficulty at Ensign, so neither side has an advantage. Neither the AI nor me has a significant advantage over the other. Scaling difficulty will be off. Low AI aggressiveness. No advanced neighbors. A bit more hyperlane density, abandoned gateways, and wormhole pairs than normal. Not too much, but just a bit. At least 2 habitable worlds near my starting system, and Iron Man mode. So I decided to do this playthrough because I really get addicted to this game. I play it for hours on end. I've only played like 6 or 7 times, starting a new race each time, and I've got 45 hours logged in to this game. Alrighty, here we go. In the eons since the first primitive Lavis communities took shape in the meadows and forests of the garden, our civilization has spread and prospered. In the early days, our people were governed by primitive feudal realms and inefficient nation-states. Gradually, as global trade increased, the myriad of corporations, consortiums, and guilds into which our merchants organized themselves grew increasingly wealthy and influential. After a period of conflict and rivalry, the most powerful of these entities banded together into a trade league with enough power over the economy to become the de facto world government. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane Network, the finest minds of the Lavis Trade Commission have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. And let us begin. It's still paused right now. It gives me time to go through things without having to worry about anybody coming in. However, it also pauses the resource generation, which sucks a little, but what can you do? For physics, we're going to be doing physics research and society research and engineering research, which will boost our research capabilities in the future. Now, this over here is a list of the different sections. We've got the garden, which is our empire. This is the first district for our empire. We've got the shipyards, which You click on any of these and it will bring up the building list or the shipyard screen, or if you click on one of the different ships, it will bring up this little information card right here. You can click on Go To, which will automatically go to the star system. It'll focus in on the star system that you're at. If you double click it, it will zoom into the solar system that the ship is located at. As you can see, this fleet does not have a leader. You click on Assign Leader and Recruit. Since we don't have enough credits, we cannot recruit any of these, which means this ship will go without a leader for the moment until we're able to recruit somebody. Our science ship, which we can click on these, allows us to explore different worlds and different solar systems. Right now we are going to survey this system, which will give us the outline of anything, any resources we can collect, any habitable worlds in the case of where it's going right now, whether or not there's a wormhole there, and whether or not there's what's called an L gate there. We'll learn about those later. I'm going to unpause. Right now it's at normal speed, which is about, I want to say 3 or 4 days a second. And in the case of playing this game overall, that's kind of slow. But right now we're just starting, so we don't want to go too fast, but at the same time we want things to happen fairly quickly, so we're not stuck doing nothing like we are right now, except waiting for resources to build and ships to do their thing. As each time the science ship goes to a new galaxy, a new solar system, my bad, it gives you the ability to hover over it and see a bunch of different information. Once you've surveyed a system, it'll give you different information. Now, as we can see down here, it's surveying different portions, and it shows what it's doing at the moment, what its orders are, and how many orders it has after that one. For example, right now it's finishing up with Abaddon's Demesne. I have no idea how to say that. But as soon as it's done surveying, there will be a pop-up that says
Future Market Survey Complete.
System Surveyed. And it'll pop up here as well. Now if I'm let's say somewhere else and I want to zoom in on that, click and it'll pull me into the system itself. Right click to dismiss it. Now each wormhole, black hole, has environmental hazards, so do nebulas, and each environmental hazard gives you a list down in the bottom where my mouse is of what it does. Right now we're going to be going to another system. If you hover over each system you haven't been, it'll give you a type of star that is there. Generally, I want to say Class M stars have the more habitable planets. And since we have nothing, let us send our science ship back home, and from there survey the system. you can send your science ship to the farthest reaches as long as there is hyperlanes to get there, and you're not going through anybody's territory who you don't have good relations with. Now, it'll choose the shortest path there, even if it may not look like it is the shortest path. Because of the wormholes, it's a little more difficult to navigate directly somewhere. The computer will autopilot the shortest path, even if it's not the most direct path. For example, if I were over here and I were to tell my science ship to scout here, but there was a wormhole connecting this system to this system, instead of going from here to here to here to here, it may choose to go here, here, take the wormhole, go to here, and then here, which a little funky at times. Now, we've got, good, we've got plenty of minerals and credits for the moment. I'm going to open the homeworld building screen, and I'm going to build a generator district. I tend to like to have 3 of the different districts when I start a planet. 3 generator districts, 3 mineral mining districts, and 3 agricultural districts. You may find that as you play more and more, your food caps out. I generally lessen the agricultural districts as my empire gets bigger. Now, we have different city districts, which are the housing populations mostly. They also have clerk jobs, which produce trade value and amenities.
Market outlier identified.
Oh, here we go. Awesome. Now, since this is low-level scientist, anomalies pop up. Each relative difficulty has different modifiers. The extreme difficulty levels are worth it for the skill experience that they grant at the end, but the research time is insane. Now, when these pop up, you generally want to research them, and after researching them, the scientist will go back to what they were doing. If you noticed, I clicked up here and that popped back to the anomaly. Each anomaly or skill upgrade or leader upgrade that happens pops up here, and you can click on it to open, to go to the area depending on the pop-up, or it will pop up a technology, which means the one it's doing is finished. You can choose another. Right now we're going to research this anomaly and let it keep going. Now I've got 173 minerals, but I've also got 488 credits. If you remember, tried to recruit a leader, didn't have enough credits. Now I've got more than enough. Fleet logician, ship upkeep negative 10%, which is good. Trickster, which is a good thing if you're more combat oriented. Right now I am going to go, mass extinction. Interesting. Here we go. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond the garden were not motivated solely by curiosity, or a desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of the garden has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that the garden may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event. That cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for the garden and the Lavis race. It falls to you, as head DDD of the Lavis Trade Commission, to ensure that this expedition is carried out. Consult the situation log for details. For a Lavan future.
Situation log revised.
Now, before we get to that, real quick, we're going to finish the leaders. One of the issues of doing a playthrough with Stellaris is all the different pop-ups and responding to those in a semi-intelligent manner. And remembering where you were before the pop-up happened. Right. I'm going to go with Admiral Indigo Fruit, who is a fleet logistin. Yeah. I know how to say that, I just can't say it right now. It's YouTube. Recruit the leader and assign them to Burgeoning Bouquet, which is the military fleet. And we are going to have them follow the science ship so that if the science ship gets into any trouble, they will be there to Alright, where was I? I've got right, the fleet leader, the military following the ship, and the situation log, which we were told to go to, is right here. Now, all of these are going to be fairly far away, I want to say. Track on map. Okay, they're not that far away, but in order to get to them, we're going to have to go through a fair amount of planetary cosmos. A fair amount of solar systems. Planetary cosmos. What was I thinking? Anyways, except for this one, which we will be getting to after we survey all these different systems. Because I tend to like to survey so that way I know, okay, hey, I like this place, I need to build something here. But I'm also going to tell the construction ship to build mining stations so we get more energy credits and more minerals. Afterwards, I will tell them to build research stations, which will allow us to increase our research capabilities for physics and engineering. After this, he'll be headed to the Bakramar system to build a starbase. So I can claim that system as my own. And once all of that is done, we will be going through a lot of different things. which will be fun as soon as we speed this up. I want to get at least these 2 more
Upscaling
systems.
complete.
Ooh, cool. Construction complete of the generator district. Awesome. Ooh, fascinating. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Bakramar 7. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. You'll find weird things happen in space, apparently. Like somebody writing a short story about an alien mercenary on a planet instead of writing it down on paper or typing it into a computer or singing it, which is special a little. Alright, where was I? Ah, yes. Oh, here we go. The Lavish Trade Commission is abuzz with the news of the alien remnants studied by the MSS Legumina. These leavings are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but we are at least not the first to be so. Interesting, or remarkable. Things like that will pop up when you discover new things that affect your society. Now, traditions. What's my science ship doing?
Upscaling
Surveying.
complete.
A lot. Let's see. Green Crenator completed construction of mining station. Okay, good. Let's give them something else to do, namely research stations. And let's go to tradition. Now, pausing. Each tradition has different perks. Eventually you can adopt all the traditions. However, when you adopt all points of a tradition, you unlock an ascension perk. Ascension perks are awesome because they allow you to do a lot of things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. For example, Colossus Project. Really, really big ship that can kill planets or blockade them. Engineered evolution, that allows you to modify the genes of your species or just your species, I think. Well, it helps with it. So does evolutionary mastery. Now I'm looking for a certain one which I always love to get because it's very cool. Here we go. Galactic Wonders. Megastructures. Oh, the megastructures are amazing, but they take forever to build. Hence why they are megastructures. Now, back to traditions. I'm going to go with... let's go with expansion. No. Prosperity. Mining station output increased by 10%, which means instead of getting 3 or, yeah. Oh, wait, no, here we go. instead of getting 2 energy credits, I'll be getting 2.2 energy credits for the mining stations in that system. Instead of getting 13 credits, I will be getting 14.3 energy credits for all the mining stations in this system total, which is a good thing, and it costs 300 unity, which I gain 12 a month. If you've noticed, 2 years, 4 months, and 5 days have passed since I've started. Now, 11 orders. Alright. Research stations. Alright. And actually, on that note, it's been about 26 minutes. So I'm going to end this video here. And I'm hoping that I will be able to upload the next video within a week or two at the most. I'm hoping to keep my videos within the 30-minute to an hour range. This first video is going to be a little short because I'm having issues with my computer being special, let's say. I know how to fix it, I'm just a little busy to do so at the moment. That being said, be kind to yourselves and to people you meet.